Hey, what's poppin', fellas? It's your boy Tacho here, and do we have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight? So the Datamine dropped, and with it we got the refines for the next batch of refine units. We also have the stats for the pirate units, and we have some more info on how the safety fence is going to work. And let me tell you right now, that thing seems busted as hell, so we're going to have to talk about that a little bit. And we also have the next batch of Hall of Forms units. So we're going to cover all of that stuff today, and we are going to be starting things off as usual with the refines, courtesy of Phoenix Master 1, of course, for this lovely infographic. And we're going to start all the way on the left with Ares and Eldigan's Dark Mistletoe. So HP up 3, -1 special trigger, and if special triggers before or during combat, grants special cooldown count -2 after combat. So far, basically the same thing. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is above or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants attack and defense up 5 to unit during combat and deals +7 damage when special triggers during combat. And if foe's HP is above or equal to 75%, deals +7 damage when special triggers before combat. Interesting. Okay, so they get 2 separate damage ticks of +7 here. One of them is during combat when special triggers, and then when special triggers before combat. I would imagine before combat special triggering would be like the blazing specials or the burning special, or my bad, growing and burning are 2 different things. So the AoE specials, basically, those are the ones that are going to get +7 true damage from the second tick. And the first one is during combat, so your typical bonfires and Ignises, etc. are going to go off from the first. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get both of these in one go with a certain special, but probably not. Either way, +7 true damage is pretty nice, and then attack and defense up 5. Going to help Ares in particular use bonfire a little better. I would have liked it more if they came with some instant special cooldown reduction at the start of the turn, because the main problem with Ares is getting him set up. He starts off with bonfire at 3 hit, or I guess 2 hit since he has the -1 special trigger, but you have to get into 1 round of combat first before he can start spamming the Vantage bonfire combo that you want him to. So a little more help with that I think would have been better. But he's going to be dealing a lot more damage now with his bonfires, so I guess there is a plus side to that. Okay, next up we got Finn. So, Loyalty Spear, HP up 3, grants speed up 4, and inflicts defense and res -4 on units. Unit attacks twice. Even if foe initiates combat, unit attacks twice. Okay, so they basically gave him the Ninja Lance here. It's doing speed up 4 and then defense and res -4, and he gets the dual phase brave attack. So I guess it's actually slightly better than the ninja weapons, and it has one more might as well. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, inflicts all stats -4, or not all stats, but attack, speed, and defense -4 on the foe during combat, and also neutralizes bonuses to foes' attack and defense during combat. Interesting. Okay, so he's getting lull attack and defense, but then inflicting attack, speed, and defense -4 on the enemy. You can even see here the icon is triple colored. So you have attack, speed, and defense on the lull icon there. Pretty interesting weapon. Dual phase brave with +4 speed. He's got a lull effect for 3 different stats. Well, sort of 3 different stats. He's only lulling attack and defense bonuses, but inflicting 3 debuffs. It's actually a pretty cool weapon for him. I can see him making pretty good use of that. Okay, so Laegjarn, this is probably the most hype one out of the batch, because her weapon is still pretty solid even today. So, grants speed up 3. Grants bonus to units, attack, speed, defense, and res during combat equal to 40% of total bonuses on units and foe. Oh, okay, that's different. So before it only factored in the foe's bonuses, but now it's also factoring in your own. So that's pretty solid. You'd be getting a potential plus 10 to every stat, basically, depending on your total bonuses, which is insane. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants all stats up 4 during combat, and also neutralizes effects that guarantee foes' follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. Wow, so as if the plus 10 to everything potential wasn't enough, she's still getting plus 4 to everything and null follow-up. Dude, that's a really good refine for her. So far, I would say that's actually the best one we've looked at. Okay, Maribelle, this is a pretty good one just because she's a staff unit. And she has a pretty good stat line, so if her refine is any good, she could actually surpass Elise here. So let's see what we've got. Punishment Staff with 14 might and 2 range. Calculates damage from staff like other weapons. That's very good that she gets Wrathful Staff, because innately she has Dazzling Staff. If unit initiates combat, grants attack and speed up 4 during combat. And after combat, if unit attacked, inflicts Triangle Adept on target and foes within 2 spaces of target. Okay, so they're keeping Dilemma, or whatever it's called, on her weapon. Not really sure if I like that effect, but okay, let's keep going. And at the start of the turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack up 6 and cancel affinity to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. Okay, cancel affinity is pretty solid for a staff unit, because, I mean, effective against colorless. There are a lot of key units that try to bait staffs with that. The big one off the top of my mind would be Cecilia with her refine. But of course, the Leon units also can do it. But I don't really think your other allies are going to need this too much. You don't really see Triangle Adept on anything besides units that have effective against colorless anyway. Okay, Wrathful Staff. If unit initiates, gets attack and speed up 4. After attacked, inflicts T-Adept. Start of combat, within 2 spaces, get attack up 6. So basically, she's getting attack up 10, speed up 4, cancel affinity, and inflicting T-Adept. Oh man, I almost want to say Elise still has the better refine overall, because the gravity effect is just so much better than Triangle Adept. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comment section what you think of Maribelle's refine, but I'm not really sold on it at first glance. And next up, we have the Bride Sanaki with Niffle Frost Flowers. So she's got 14 might and 2 range, grants attack up 3. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack and res up 5 during combat. And during combat, boosts units attack by number of allies within 3 spaces times 2, with a max of plus 4. Oh, did they lower this number? I feel like she got more than 4 before this. But maybe they toned it down a little because they gave her the attack and res up 5. Okay, and also at the start of combat, if foe's HP is above or equal to 50%, grants attack and res up 5 to unit during combat, and also grants bonus to unit's attack during combat equal to the highest attack bonus from among allies within 2 spaces. Oh, okay. So she's getting a Blade Tome effect, but only based on attack bonuses. Alright, that's not too crazy. If it was more than just attack, like maybe attack and res at least, I think it would have been a lot better. But just one stat that's only like plus 6 or plus 7. So it's not the craziest. But actually though, if you add up like all the attack bonuses she can be getting, it does lead to quite a bit of attacks. So she's getting 5 from there, 5 from there, 6 from there, 4 from over there. That's, what is that, plus 20 attack? That's actually quite a bit. So, and then the bonus damage too, like, interesting. Okay, maybe she's gonna hit really hard, but I don't know. This unit has a whole lot of other issues besides just hitting hard, so I'm not really too sure if this is gonna be the save thing that she needed to come back to life, but they always got to drop one of these random seasonals on the refine batches from now on, right? So I guess this is going to be our Bunny Sharena of this batch. Honestly, I think Laegjarn just wins, and There's not really much competition for that. I think Finn had a pretty good one too, but Laegjarn just blows everyone else out. Let me know in the comments who you think won the refined batch this time around. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the stats for our lovely pirates over here. And we're going to start with the duo in Camilla and Hinoka. So they've got 40 HP, 40 attack, 40 speed, 23 defense, and 23 res. And Hinoka and Camilla have got a BST of 166, which is going to jump to 190 with their duo skill. And they got super boons in attack and speed and defense as well, with a super bane in HP. Okay, that's a whole bunch of boons and banes there. Attack and speed are both going to be pretty good. Attack because they have the possible brave weapon effect if they have color advantage on the foes. And then speed will make it easier to quad if they get that brave attack effect. I think either one has merit. Like, you could go plus attack or plus speed. It's really going to be your call with them. So just pick whichever you like more. But, dude, they seem insane. I am going to summon on the banner, and I'm going to try to get a copy of them. So hopefully things go well on my summons. And I'm going to be wishing you guys luck as well if you decide to go in on this banner. All right, next up we got Pirate Surtur with 45 HP, 45 attack, 16 speed, 44 defense, and 36 res. And Surtur has got a 186 BST. No super... Oh my god, how did they cuck Surtur like that? He's got super banes in attack, speed, and defense. Like, dude, they set him up so perfectly. They gave him the 186 BST. All they had to do was give him an attack or defense super boon, and that would be it. He'd be able to score 190, just like basically all of the recent duo heroes. Man, that sucks. Why did they do him like that? Oh my god, come on. Insist. No, don't shaft Surtur like that. Alright, but regardless, he is a very good unit, obviously. He's just a Blue Lance version of Gustav. And if you thought Gustav was a good unit, then obviously Surtur is also going to be a good unit. I'm thinking I might try to go for a copy of him as well while I'm going for the duo, because he seems like a prime suspect to give near save to. And even though he does have a unique in his C-slot passive, I think while it's very good, I think I'd still rather just go for the near save on him. So those are my thoughts on him. Okay, we have our demote up next in Vika with 41 HP, 34 attack, 40 speed, 17 defense, and 40 res. And Vika has got a 172 BST with super boons in speed and res and super banes in HP and defense. Okay, I keep on going back to the refine, so I might as well close that. Yeah, so either res or speed, I think you could go plus in, and it's not really going to hurt her all that much. Res is going to affect her weapon a little better because she's got the built-in sabotage, defense, and res. And she comes with sabotage attack as well, so a lot of people are just going to delegate her to a sabotage bot if you want. So probably going plus res would be nice. You could go plus speed as well, and it's going to help her out a little more in combat, but she's really a glass cannon on defense, so just be very careful with her. You're not going to want her to take too many hits, and her attack isn't that crazy either at 34, so a little bit meh, honestly. I wish she was a little bit better. Like, maybe they could have came up with something better to do with her res than just giving her a whole bunch of sabotage skills. And her inheritance levels are going to be 4-star for speed and res solo 3, and then 5-star for sabotage attack 3. Alright, they seem to be more confident giving us the level 3 solos at 4-star on more of these seasonal demotes, but I really wish we would get it on just a regular 4-star demote that's going to be in the pool afterwards. Okay, next up we have Pirate Naesala, possibly the best Gale Force unit in the game, just judging by how insane his weapon is. So Naesala's got 42 HP, 39 attack, 43 speed, 23 defense, and 25 res. And Naesala's got a 172 BST with attack and speed super boons and a res super bane. Okay, so what do you want to do with this guy? Go plus attack or plus speed? I think either one has merit, because if you want him to Gale Force, you might as well give him Heavy Blade as the seal. So with a Super Boon and attack, he's going to be able to get that off a lot easier. He also inflicts -6 speed on the foes on his weapon already, so it might be overkill to just go Super Boon and speed. But there are some speed demons in the game that you may want him to fight, like Summer Freya, for example. So there is definitely merit to going plus speed on him as well. It's very much the same situation as this unit. Just pick whichever one you like best, I guess. Either one is going to work out just fine. And finally, our Tempest Trial hero, we have Rifus, or Lifus, I guess his name is now. So 47 HP, 36 attack, 40 speed, 30 defense, and 23 res. And Lifus has got a 176 BST with no super boons at all, and then a super bane in defense. Oh, dude, they just killed him on arrival. Because, like, why would you ever build this guy over Kalik or Hana when they have the same BST and they get the super boon? So they just score in the 180 bin, and this guy doesn't. So he just got cucked. He got cucked just like Surtur, man. Come on. I don't know why they do this. It's so aggravating, just shafting units right on release. Come on. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. This is the inheritance restrictions for Stall Ploy 3, which are absolutely none. So any unit you want can get this skill. Pretty solid. And we have over here the skill levels for Lifus. So Wind Boost at 5-star, and then Wind Sweep at 4-star, which is exactly how we want it. The only relevance this guy has whatsoever is Wind Sweep, pretty much. And I guess maybe his weapon. Let's talk about his weapon for a second. So he comes with Helmsman Axe Plus, which, if unit initiates combat, inflicts all stats -4 on the foe during combat. AKA, it's just one of those Fox Tomes, basically. Except in axe form here. So, I don't know. Is this better than any of the other good axes, like the Plegian Axe, or Dex Swabber, or the Ninja Axe, or whatever? I don't know. Probably not. I would say just go with one of those weapons instead. So, all your copies of Lifus can be Wind Sweep fodder without worry, pretty much. Okay, and next up, we have, of course, the Safety Fence, what you've all been waiting for. So, it says here, Safety Fence will still activate if you get a pick and run back to the starting position. That's really insane. That's actually way too good, if you ask me. So, let's take a look at this in action. Alright, so Regan gets the free shot, and then she cantos back, and then nobody is in range anymore. Catapult misses the safety fence. I don't know why this dipped out of HD there. Pretty weird. Yeah, what the hell? It was in HD just a second ago. What's going on? Alright, hold on. Let me refresh it and see if it comes back, but we basically already saw what we needed to see. Alright, we'll just play it again. So, Regan's going to attack. She's going to cancel out, get danced. Yeah, I don't know why it's going back into SD after the first turn, but whatever. Yeah, so everyone just gets their turn ended by the safety fence. Insanely broken structure. I'm not really sure what we're going to be able to do to stop this. Like, you can see this guy even has Legendary Claude in action, so after Legendary Claude initiates, he's going to inflict gravity, and that's going to limit their range even more. So if you can get him out of the way after attacking, and then you have the safety fence, it's just going to end their turn. Like, what are you supposed to do about this? It just seems a little bit too good, in my opinion. I get that Legendary Sigurd was broken as hell, and he's probably just way too good for defense, but now they just gave us something that's way too good on offense. So, I'm not sure what they're thinking in terms of balance. And the catapult will prevent the safety fence from activating. I guess this is really your only hope. If you have a way to break the safety fence, then that's really the only thing you can do. Interesting, though. This guy doesn't have a catapult, so I don't understand why. Oh, dude, what's going on here? Hold on. Shouldn't the safety fence have activated there? He had a whole bunch of units in range. Yeah, look. Okay, so the safety fence is supposed to activate here, no? Because look at all his units. They're just in range of these guys. And he ends his turn, and it still works. What's the deal with that? Alright, now he's going to show it off with the catapult. Alright, so the catapult is obviously going to break the structure, and then I'm guessing his units are going to be able to move. Yeah, wow, dude. Is that the only thing we can do about this stupid structure now? Is just have a catapult, or Duma, I guess, lined up with it? Because look at this, like... What is going on here? I would have assumed that you'd be able to attack, because it says if any of your units are in attack range, it's not going to work. But as we see here, it still worked for some reason. Oh my god, this... What did they do with this structure, man? So what do they want us to do? Just run like safe skill armor balls on defense now? Because how else are you going to fight this? This is so dumb, man. Oh my god, let me know in the comments section what you guys think of the safety fence, but if you thought eat glue strategies were a thing, then they're going to be even crazier now. Alright, let's go all the way up to the top here, and we are going to cover, of course, the next batch of Hall of Forms. This is courtesy to Banpei-kun, of course, for the Datamine Grab-bag. So, we got Halloween Myrrh, we got Halloween Dozla, Halloween Larachel, and Spring Marissa. So it's Sacred Stones themed like we thought, and we got 2 armored units here with Myrrh and Dozla. They're both pretty solid, I guess. I mean, you could give them save skills in Hall of Forms and just deck them out that way. It seems like the new thing they're going to be letting us do is build up these ridiculous armored units in Hall of Forms now and give them whatever save skills we want. So I would probably suggest going for one of them if you want to use a Form of Soul here. But you're not really going to miss out on too much by skipping this if you want to save one of your Form of Souls. Okay, we also have the next batch of Sacred Seals. So we're getting Steady Breath as a Sacred Seal. That is nuts to think about. Steady Breath, I know it's not really ran in the A slot anymore, but that's mainly because the value of the A slot has gone up so much, and we've gotten multiple ways to gain a breath ramp by alternate methods, like with Brave Lucina, or New Year Valoria, or the new Duo Hilda. All of those ways you can grant Steady Breath, or a version of it, to your units. There's also Huge Fan and other weapons that grant Steady Breath. So running it in the A slot just doesn't really cut it anymore. But having this as a Sacred Seal is actually pretty dope. Because, of course, Brave Lucina does not work on magic-type units or dragons, so being able to just slap a Steady Breath seal on them is going to be pretty huge. We're also getting Spur Attack and Defense 1 and 2, which, I mean, do we really care about that? And then a new Squad Ace seal, I'm presuming from one of the new Chain Battle maps that we're going to be getting. Yeah, so Steady Breath, very good Sacred Seal. Definitely a highlight of this Datamine here. And I believe that should be everything. We're, of course, getting Fernand and Summer Leone added to the Grail Shop. Okay, more stuff that we saw already in the Fae channel. And we're getting the update to Fiorm here by the looks of it. So, remember how they made a boo-boo and they gave her a weapon that nullifies penalties, and then it's going to clash with her having attack and defense unity? So they decided to double back on that and give her Mirror Stance 3 as well. A very nice gesture of them. They didn't really have to do that because, of course, it was their own mistake. But it's nice to see them doing a show of good faith like this and giving us another skill. So that's very nice. And that's pretty much everything we know from this Datamine. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of everything. How ridiculous is this new structure going to be? What do you think of the new units and the refines? Let me know all that good stuff down below. And this is your boy Tatro signing out. So take care, fellas, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.